Hello once again, dear friends. In our Stories of Enlightenment, we will this time have the privilege to host Paramahansa Yogananda, the great Hindu yogi from the 20th century. This story is taken from his masterpiece, Autobiography of a Yogi, and it took place at a time when Yogananda was a pretty young disciple of Sri Yukteswar, still quite rebellious and being unable to let go of his dream of one day finding a guru in the Himalayas. In this story, Yogananda manages, after much effort, to reach some hidden master called Ram Gopal. This Ram Gopal teaches him a great lesson in true humbleness. So after asking the hidden yogi to bestow on him Shaktipat, a transmission of cosmic energy, Ram Gopal started thinking aloud. He said, "You are asking illumination from me, while I am wondering, inconsiderable as I am, and with the little meditation I have done, if I have succeeded in pleasing God, and what worth I may find in His eyes at the final reckoning." The young Yogananda was really surprised. He wondered, "Sir, have you not been single-heartedly seeking God for a long time?" The saint answered, "Actually, I have not done much. For 20 years, I occupied a secret cave, meditating 18 hours a day. Then I moved to a more inaccessible cave and remained there for 25 years, entering the yoga union for 20 hours daily. I did not need sleep, for I was ever with God. My body was more rested in the complete calmness of the superconsciousness than it could be by the partial peace of the ordinary subconscious state." "My goodness," Yogananda exclaimed, "you have meditated for so long and yet are unsure of the Lord's favor? Then what about us, poor mortals?" And this was the saint's unforgettable response. "Well, don't you see, my dear boy, that God is eternity itself? To assume that one can fully know Him by 45 years of meditation is rather a preposterous expectation. Babaji, our great master, assures us, however, that even a little meditation saves one from the dire fear of death and after-death states. Do not fix your spiritual ideal on a small mountain, but hitch it to the star of unqualified divine attainment. If you will work hard, you will get there." Nowadays, the idea of instant enlightenment has become very prevalent. Many people believe that all they need is just one very powerful insight, and then they can be considered awakened and teach others the same. But we need to be careful. Only because we live in a highly materialistic society, which believes it can turn everything into products, which it can purchase easily, doesn't mean that you can buy God. God is not for sale. This is a deep lesson of humbleness. When you hear about Ram Gopal, who had quietly meditated for 45 years, nearly 20 hours a day, in some far-off cave, still thinking that he did only very little meditation, you realize that even a great enlightenment is just a tiny, insignificant glimpse into the majesty of God. If you think like that, you can never fall into the trap of arrogance, and you will never show off with your high spiritual state. God, as Ram Gopal says, is eternity itself. With your little mind, you can only grasp, if you're lucky, 1/1000th of that reality. And even that, only after 45 years. So just let go of the achieving spirit and let the drop that you are fall humbly into the ocean of the eternal.